Welcome to Tap In Tuesday, everybody. It is your girl Titi from the D, and I am super excited. I got a full house tonight, y'all. I got some of the dopest entertainers in the building, and I'm not saying that just because I work with them, but I'm saying all is well because if you have tuned in tonight, you get the opportunity to actually win you some tickets. CrystalP said, I'm pulling up with something, some goodies in my bag. And we got a couple of giveaways and a couple of books we're going to bless a couple of people with, but those tickets are what you really want to get. And we're doing something new, courtesy of CrystalP. You know, CrystalP always do something different. She always bringing something through it and make you remember and never forget who she is. And so she actually spoke on something that I have been only talking to myself about. And I was like, I want to incorporate being able to have people call in to the show, but I haven't learned how to really do it. And so when she inquired about it, I was like, I really want to do that. And I said, So I got with the diamonds and the onyxes that we was mixing and chopping it up. And guess what, friends? I want you to write this number down because it's so important. Write this number down that you see at the screen. It's 248-734-5125. Again, that's 248-734-5125. Hold on to that number. We're going to tell you what you need to do for the number, what you need to do with that number. So hold it. You see it at the bottom. Use your eyeliner, your crayon, your marker, your highlighter, whatever it is you need. I need you to get that ready. But we're getting ready to have a funky good time. And my very first amazing person, Miss Bria, pulled up. What up, though? And for those of you that don't know, here in the D, we say what up, though, as a humbling what up, how you doing to our fellow people. So tonight is all about CrystalP. CrystalP is simply amazing. And I'm blessed and I'm very lucky to be able to call her a friend. But tonight she my boss. She my boss. She my boss for the next couple of weeks. And so she's loving, she's kind, she's professional. But she is a trendsetter. She is someone who changes the game and you don't even realize that it's being changed. She is a one-woman show. She pull up with a crew, but she does all things and she does all things well. And so tonight, not only am I bringing this queen to the front, she has some of her people that said, you know what? We want to come through and represent. So I'm going to bring the queen of the hour, and then I'll be bringing in some of her diamonds and some of her onyxes, right? It's a full jewelry store tonight, y'all. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring the one and only CrystalP with a period at the end.
Period. You are. I got to correct one thing, one small thing.
Okay.
I am not your boss. Now I manage, I might supervise, but I do not boss anybody. I said my old staff is gonna kill me because I would never allow them to call me their boss. People introduce me. I like working with people. I'm a team player, and I realize even when my name is on something, it cannot be done without all of the wonderful people in front, on the side, and behind me. So it, even though it's Crystal P's more than eyes can see, it is everybody. And you've been an integral part of all of them.
Well, thank you. And I love that. You sound like my boss, Carla. And but for me, I'm a servant at heart, right?
Me too.
And so I don't have a problem saying, listen, I report to Crystal. Like this is your this is real. This is real. And so I don't have a problem. Like I mean, I work with her, but she ain't my you calling the shots, you signing checks. TT not signing no checks, right? TT ain't getting no. I'll give you some chips and some candy bars and some juice or something, but I ain't got nothing else other than that. It's the land and land for you. And so we salute you on tonight.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Okay, thank you. Let me have that.
I do have to sign the checks.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh. She said I ain't hear any sapphires. You know what?
Man.
Listen.
Man.
I think she took after you with that.
Listen, it is April now. This is the month of diamonds. Today is the official first day of April, and we will discuss diamonds, all the cut, clarity, color, and carat.
We will. Well, I'm gonna bring in some of your jewels because I have them in the waiting room and the beautiful green room. So I think, let me see who I shall bring in next. I think I'm going to bring in. I think I'm going to bring in someone who is quiet, but I can see her rolling her eyes, right? I can see her rolling her eyes right there with the little dimples. Okay, but anyway,
quiet. My baby girl.
So we already know who that's gonna be, and
the
it's
baby of the group.
The baby of the group, and people probably like, why you call her a baby? Well, because look at this photo. I mean, what do you think? But so, ladies and gentlemen, the very grown, the very sophisticated, the very sexy and independent Maia Green.
Hey, y'all already know I was laughing in the background. I'm like, I know they're talking about me.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, like, I'm quiet to a certain degree.
Yeah,
true.
But it just takes a little bit to take me up out my shell. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Maia Green. I'm a solo artist, as well as for the past 2 years, I was with a band called Illumination the Band, doing mostly front runner. Did a lot of background and everything like that. I've sung for a lot of different plays and movies and things like that. But I'm kind of just really getting my feet wet at this point in time. Last 2 years also went through nursing school, became a pediatric nurse, pediatric RN.
She's the healer of the group.
Really proud of that. Yes, you guys. But I am one of Crystal P's diamonds.
Amen.
And she stands, y'all. She stands.
Indeed, she does. Well, welcome, Maia. This is
Thank
the
you.
first time on TT from the B podcast. I hope that I don't scare you off, and I hope that you'll return. I can't make any promises. I feel
TT, you ain't scared me off yet, so
we got some years in, even though you
got some years, exactly.
How many? Because then I'm gonna date myself, and
we just take it back to yesterday when everybody thought I was still in my 20s. So
well, we can't help that.
Take it though. I take it
and take it with grace.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in and supporting Crystal tonight. Next up, we're going to shake it up a little bit. I think I'm going to bring in this gentleman who does things a little bit different. One thing I can say about this man that I'm getting ready to bring in, he's like a little brother, but he jet sets, right? Like I would tell, he will run a marathon today and be at rehearsal tomorrow. When I tell you leave the airport and come to rehearsal, but you can't get people that's 5 minutes away from the venue to show up. What?
I'm none of my business.
We ain't gonna tell nobody else, okay?
We gonna bring the baby boy on the group now.
So I'm talking about this gentleman right here. And listen, he start trying to get cut up. I said, what? Who told him to do that? But okay, it's okay. He got big sisters, y'all, big sisters, and on the bloodline and off. Okay, but anyway, so without any further ado, I like to bring in Deloren Cotton, but we call him D-Lo.
D-Lo.
All right, all right.
Y'all can't do that. How y'all gonna do that? I'm back here. I feel you, Maya, because I'm back here I'm back here cracking up. I'm like, how am I gonna follow that? I knew as soon as she said run a marathon a day. But what's good, everybody? I'm Deloren Cotton. That's the government name. Known as D-Lo.
Yes.
As most of you know or may not know, I am a singer. I am also an actor. And I do have my own band called the D-Lo Experience. We perform, we do private events, we do public events. We also, I'm affiliated with the Karaoke Kings Detroit. We are an entity who provides karaoke services for private events as well as different bars around the city. So you may see me hosting at a few different popular spots. I'm just D-Lo. I'm a runner. We run 313, Black Men Run, Avenue Runners. I run with several different run clubs. I just got through running before I got here too. I just like to I'm the type of person that like to keep my hand in several different things, just to stay active and just to stay on the scene or whatnot. And CrystalP, man, I don't even know what to say.
You know what?
Always an honor, a pleasure to work with her.
4 years ago on this day, he sang at my wedding.
Her wedding. I got a story. I don't even think I ever told you about it. I told Maia last night about it, but I'm gonna tell you about this story about your wedding when I see you. But yes, I saw her at her wedding. I saw her at her niece's wedding. I'm a part of the family, you know. I'm a part of the family. You know, they don't understand.
We call our nickname for him is Sugarfoot. That's what we call it in my family.
He came on her and her sister. They came on my 40th birthday party. When I tell you, we family. I'm what you call me? I'm the Onyx. I'm the Onyx.
Yes, one of the Onyx.
So I am Crystal P's Onyx.
And I run to, you got me running to, I run to the refrigerator.
I knew she was about to say something crazy.
Because I'm not about to do no Boston Marathon. The closer I'm going to get to Boston is going to a Celtics game, okay?
I cannot. Yo.
No. I can't.
When you say marathon, I'm thinking my gas tank is on low and I got to fill up
to the marathon station.
I'm not. I can't. I just won't.
You don't want already.
I know. Already. Like where comedies, y'all see it. This ain't even nothing. This not even a smidget, a tip of a pen. Not even. All right. Well, thank you and welcome, D-Lo, for coming on TT from the D podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. I think next up, I know what y'all think I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do what y'all think I'm going to do because there's a reason why I can't. So next up, I'm going to bring in another Onyx. Okay.
That's what I thought you was going to do.
Oh, that's what you thought? That's what y'all thought? Yeah. Oh, that's
because I said she bringing them in by age.
Well, all right then.
Get you. I ain't going to say who because they ain't the last ones because there's some folks this gonna be coming in later. We got some more people.
Some more
they gonna be grandfathered in, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell him you said that, not me. I ain't okay. So this gentleman is his first time being on my show. And
mine too.
What Crystal? You know what? Okay. Oh, okay.
No, she mean his first time being on her show too.
Be like, oh yeah. I thought you were Let me take the light bulb down. Okay. Let me take the light bulb down. Okay. Yeah. So it's a double whammy. So your first time, my first time. And it's a triple threat because it's his first time being on TT from the D, first time being a part of More Than the Eyes Can See. And I think this is his first time coming out of his
shell.
His shell on a level of doing something that's different with all that power that he got down in his esophagus. But anyway, y'all might be saying, who are you talking about, TT?
Wait a minute, read the scripture from the NIV Bible, because listen,
I'm
you
gonna tell
got to
y'all
talk
something before
about
he
the
get in here.
teacher.
I don't know. Have y'all heard him sing opera?
Really?
What?
Y'all ain't even know.
How was
Nope.
singing?
Nope.
He was.
Oh, I hope he talk
He
about that
was
when
a
he
singing
come
soldier
I hope he
in the
talk
Cross
about
and
that.
the Light, and I think it was like 2014. That's how I met him. He sung and he sung opera. He brought them people to
Yeah,
tears.
you know what?
Oh
Now that
my
I think
goodness.
about it, yes, because when I met him doing a play years ago.
And
Wow.
see, I got him and introduced to Souldeacon through Artistry with Black Flower with Kyra
And that's how I met, but it was long before they began artistry. She actually had a play that she wrote with Pastor Brian Hurst,
Okay.
and we did it. And we're talking about 06, 07.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, we having a whole conversation without he like, well, just if you bring me in the
Come
room,
on,
Well, I
bring
forgot he
the
could hear.
beard on in. Bring that beard on in.
so let's get without any further ado, we're gonna bring the one and only Souldeacon Dolley to the building.
All right, all right.
Hey everybody, hey.
Hey,
Hey.
What our brother?
Glad to be in it. Glad to be here. So, like they said, my name is Souldeacon Dolley. I have been singing. I started singing professionally with Miss G in about 2005, 2006 in a group called Geno 7. I still rock with them to this day. We had Kyra, we had Drea in the group, and it was such a big family. And of course, that's how I met CrystalP. And that's how I met Deloren.
Wow.
Yeah, he was also a part of that play. He used to come to the rehearsals. And I've been singing with some everybody over the years. Still in a few different bands, Blue Water Kings band I'm in. Guys, whoever need a vocalist, I rock with Jeff Kennedy and Soul Nice. That's my dude right there. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
Okay, Mr. Man, you are
you being so modest.
he is. I said, but they all were. And I'm like, okay, I can appreciate it because they recognize this is about Crystal tonight. But I'm like, I'm loving the humility. Like, that's all I really got. So, that's a little bit about I'm like, boy, y'all rosters is like this, but it's okay. And I can appreciate that because we got a 25 more people to bring up in here. But thank you. You are the newest and
The rookie.
the last. Now you didn't say no, you didn't say rookie. Oh no, you did say rookie
On this all-star
Got a
team.
year in now.
baby.
So.
What? And then Bria said, "Oh, resume." Yeah, okay, come through. Okay,
Hey, but he
yes.
about to bring it though. Like he the point guard. Like he been always.
Listen. Them practices have been. I'm ready for them rebounds and them 3-pointers and them. Yeah, okay. So it's going down.
You're gonna have to put out the backstage videos.
and will. And will. Okay, so thank you so much, Souldeacon Dolley, for being a part of this. You are the newest and the last onyx to be a part of More Than the Eyes Can See. We'll talk about that a little later. And so I'm going to bring up, this is not last but not least, this is another amazing person. And I purposely, I thought y'all thought I was going to bring in Nikki. I thought y'all thought I was going to bring in Nikki because it's like, oh, woman, girl, boy, no. Yeah. No, I'm bringing in this queen, right? So this woman is the reason why I am CrystalP's stage manager. Nikki and Crystal are responsible for a lot of connections with a lot of people that's in the industry, and people don't know it, right? They have a way of magnetically attracting people to them. And when they call you, if you available, you like, what we doing? What we doing? How we doing this? What's the next move? And so with Nikki, it's just like, Crystal, for you to have her as the vocal arranger, it was a no-brainer. And she just always so humble. there's been different diamonds, and we'll talk about that tonight. There's been different diamonds and a couple of different onyx, but there's something special about Nikki, and I don't think it's just because of the outside relationship you have with her, Crystal, but to put her in charge of your baby, because we know how you feel about your biological babies. We already know. So this, more than the eyes can see, has had this is gonna be the 5th dog life year, if we could put it that way. Because even though it's only been 5 times, it feels like we've done it every year, and it gets bigger and better and doper and stronger. But what I love about it is that our connections that you allow us, you're like an anchor, Crystal, and you have landed yourself beautifully in the beautiful ocean of life, and you have just allowed the anchor to go out and cast out for others to come and see what you see. And I salute you on that.
Thank you.
Give us more than the eyes can see. So I'm going to bring this queen in here, none other than Nikki Giovannie.
Nikki
G.
Hello, everybody. Am I in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Thank you, TT. I love you.
I love you too.
And CrystalP, listen, this woman is a dear true friend. She knows everything about me and loves me anyway.
Yes.
Okay. And I love her so much. And so I'm so excited. My name is Nikki Giovannie. That is my government. I'm named after the wonderful late poet, but I also go by Nikki G and Nikki Gio. And I am a serial peace seeker. I am trying to seek peace wherever I can, right? And I am a singer, a songwriter, a vocal arranger, and I am a community builder. I am the founder of the Worthy Brown Girl Network and Worthy Girls Rise. These are organizations that are made for women and teens that are survivors of trauma. And I'm just excited to be here. I love all of y'all. This has been the best 5 years. It, like, when I hear the 5th and finale, it makes me sad because I've never been surrounded by such talent. I have to fight imposter syndrome when I'm around y'all singers. I just, in the musicians, I'm just like, I'm here. And then I remind myself, I belong in the room. I belong in the room. I belong in the room, because y'all be giving me a run for the money. But I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful that CrystalP saw something in me to have me here. And so I am one of the diamonds. And I'm so excited to be here.
The original. She an OG.
I'm the OG.
Original diamond.
She said an OD.
OD.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocky coming through hot. She said, grab tickets to this epic experience. She dropped the link right there. We got, listen. Y'all go ahead and copy paste that. I know how y'all do. So write it down, text it. I mean, go ahead
and if people just wonder, like, they keep talking about the diamonds and the onyx and it's more, but what is it? Yes. What is the show? The show is, I came up with the concept in 2009. It's something I was running through my head, and I was talking to Michael Elder, which is a very popular saxophonist around the area and abroad. And I said, you know what? I really want to do a show where I bring most of the facets of CrystalP, some of the stuff you don't want to see, on one stage. And I want to do this, and this. And he said, you should do it. And this was 2009. So here we are, 16 years later. The very first show was in 2016. We began rehearsals in 2015. So 10 years ago. We first came together. TT was the original stage manager. Nikki was one of the original diamonds. And I said, I want to do my stand-up, because most people know me as the comedian, or a lot of people know me. But the reason why I called it More Than Eyes Can See, because people know me from different areas of my life and from doing different things in my life. Some people know me from doing hair. Some people knew me when I made all my clothes for my senior pictures and used to sew. Some people know me from baking cakes. Some people know me from stand-up. Some people know me as the host and MC. So there's different areas of my life that I just bring all together on one show. I design outfits that I wear on stage. what my hair is gonna look like. Now, even with the vocalist, I had picking out stuff for the vocalist and at different shows. And at the very first show, second show, I cooked the food for all the VIPs and made all the desserts.
Yeah.
And then went back to get dressed to do stand up, and then come back out to sing and come back out to play instruments. And so and every year is a different instrument. You know, we bring some stuff back, but we switch up stuff because we want to give you an experience. So it's not like a show that people are accustomed to seeing, especially from a stand-up comedian. There are some stand-up comedians that play an instrument or two or something, or do something different, but they don't all cook, they don't all bake, they don't all sew, they don't all do hair, they don't all do stand-up, they don't all play several instruments all in one production. And it is live instrumentation. We have a full band. In rehearsal yesterday, I was like, I really feel like Quincy Jones. I was surrounded by so many artists and musicians in the room. Like, we were literally we have a 14, Delvin calls it the orchestra. We have it 14 people and pieces going on. So mics, instruments on one stage. That does not include the stand-up comedians. We also have 2 comedians that'll be joining us as well. So you're talking about 16 people hitting the stage in one night. And I can honestly say this show is worth every penny that people pay. And I go to a lot of concerts and support a lot of people. And this show, bar none, is not like even some of the celebrity shows that you go to. And we definitely give you your money's worth. And it's not, I know D-Lo hosts karaoke, but what you see on that stage at a More Than Eyes Can See show is far from karaoke. It is professional from beginning to end, from lights to sound. And there's so much that goes on that people don't even see. You know, they see the final product, but a lot of hard work, sweat, blood, tears, go, and a whole lot of tears go into putting this show together. I'm like eagerly awaiting the 12th to come, because I know my husband like, look at here. I'm over here feeling like a homeless person. I'm neglected. I'm about to put him in a home for adults because he's just neglected.
And to think about it, today, happy anniversary, because today is your
Thank
anniversary.
you. Thank you.
That's an inside joke, everybody. I'm sorry, it's an inside joke. Can't tell you what that is, but it's an inside joke.
I know people like, you really did get married on April Fool's Day. Yes, we did. Now, when I told him, he said, "What?" But we did. We did.
Okay, so Damon says, sounds like it will be a phenomenally prodigious. Okay, what does that word mean? I don't know.
Prodigious. Prodigious. I don't have my glasses on, but I think that's prodigious and entertaining.
Entrancing event. I love the way you talking, Mr. Alfred.
Come on, Damon. Come on.
Right.
Come on, Professor.
I'm going to break it down in Black language for y'all. It's going to be a wonderfully dope, unique event.
Right.
For those of
Shout out to Damon. Shout out to Damon.
Who can't get with Damon's vernacular.
We all Googling. Let me see.
Hey, Tyra B, that's another Diamond.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, she's a singer.
Yeah. Now that's somebody that has an A where you use sang. You put the A in there. You put the A in there and put the G on the G. Put a hard G on it.
Oh,
that's my sis right there.
I love you.
Yeah.
Related to Prodigy. Okay.
Yeah. So a Prodigy.
They're breaking it down, y'all. They're breaking it down. They got the dictionary out.
Listen, they throwing it out here. It's crawling like Rocky.
Like you're crawling next to genius level. You're crawling next to genius level. But I'm nowhere near genius. I am I'm a left brain person. I just think of crazy stuff. I'm a comedian. Crazy stuff comes to my head. And I like working with other crazy people because they do things. I'm not going to say any names, but their picture appears to the right top of the screen. Only a hit dog is gonna holler, right?
Come on now, come on.
Listen, she has so much. She joined us last year.
Yeah.
I thought I came up with some crazy stuff. You have to be on a different level of thinking when you can have a medley with Phyllis Hyman and Miss Chalet seamlessly.
Yeah.
Seamlessly sing Phyllis Hyman and Miss Chalet, Something in My Heart. People didn't even see it coming. How do you go from you just don't know what I've been going through into you took my love and I'm willing seamlessly?
That was something.
And you cursed me out for it too.
I don't curse y'all.
Okay, I'm sorry. You
I
told me
lightly
so
told her off like this because listen, when she came up with the idea, I was looking around the room like, oh, they invited another person to sing because I know she don't think I'm about to sing no Miss Chalet.
And she knew she could do it. She, you know,
Crystal be
Crystal
playing.
P. She
Crystal,
likes to hide behind it, but she knew she had it.
Like,
you know what?
Bria said,
no more lies, no more games in my Miss Chalet voice. Listen.
Amazing.
Listen. I think so, Crystal. It's been a long time, 2016 to 2025. It's been a beautiful ride. And listen, for all of our people that's watching and listening and going to be watching, if you've been to a More Than the Eyes Can See event, you more than likely have been to 2 or 3 or more. If you've never been to one, you definitely want to come to this one. So Crystal tonight is going to do something fun. So Crystal, as I said earlier, is always thinking of something new, something different, something difficult. I'm about to take it to the next level. Yeah. But she knows that her folks can do it. And so she said, do they call her to your show? And I said, oh, I've been wanting to do that, but I haven't mastered it yet. But I was like, I do. So when I got through, I said, yeah. So the Onyx and the Diamonds, they went into Sallyport with me. They pulled up in there with me, let me close the door. And we tested it out. And so I'm able to actually have you guys call the number that's on the screen. That's what I told y'all earlier. For those of you that were listening,
I know it's 248-734 something.
5125.
5125.
So we got a couple of more people that's coming through. They're at a rehearsal, but they're sliding through tonight. But Crystal's going to give away a pair of tickets. Not right now, so don't try to do the speed dial for the WJLB. Y'all remember when we had a radio station? You had that.
Yeah.
Caller.
Yeah. The fourth. Yeah,
and I never won because we had a rotary phone. My mama wouldn't get a push button phone. We had rotary, so I never won.
You was never winning. You was never winning. So she's going to give a pair of tickets away to a certain number caller, though. So if you call in, we're going to keep the track because it's live. So you can't say, no, y'all cheated. We literally are going to know when you call in. So, and when you call in, that's not your time to give your dissertation. It's not. But that's your time to say, what up, though? I'm going to let you know what caller you are.
And hang up on them. You go ahead and tell them what you got.
Like, I want y'all to see me in the street, tap me on the shoulder, like, what? But I do definitely want you guys to stick around for that because she's giving out a pair of tickets for April 12th, More Than the Eyes Can See. Tabitha said, not lightly told her off.
She did. She lightly told me off. Yeah.
Tabitha, you are an amazing vocalist. You already know. Can you even envision, Tabitha, how those two songs came to be married together. Do you know what type of things I had to sit there and play the songs over and over in my head? Like, okay, we can go, maybe we can do it like this spot. Then she got me involved in the foolishness because now I am translating what she came up with. She was like, you can do it, you can do it.
She said it serious too. I remember.
I mean, but you know, Crystal, I never said that I was sane. I just said that I was doing you all very well.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
I rebuke that spirit.
Listen, I see that.
Oh man,
it is so much talent in this space, and
hey Beth.
Yeah, Beth has said, I sure wish I could be there. Have a great show. You know, Beth is jet setting, doing a whole lot. She's one of those artists that's all over the world as well.
Child, she's singing with Kim. She ain't got time for us Section 8 folks here. She's somewhere sipping on tea and crumpets and caviar. She don't have time for us ramen noodles and spam and Vienna sausages.
You know Beth is a supporter. If she in town, she would fly through there. She come in and represent. And, you know, I'm honored to say I work with Beth. I'm part of Team Beth. I love that. If she was here, she'd be there because she likes to represent like you, Crystal. Beth loves to support people too. Yeah. She always does things. I'm not gonna word what she says, but she'll say something on the terms of she is what she is because of her team, right? And she's another person that I'm like that. When we with her, we like that's boss lady. Now she don't give us a flack like you do, Crystal, but she don't answer to it either. Because she be like, what we need to do. And we're like, no, you just do that. Be the artist. We got it. We it's 25 of us. We got it. But
listen, because when y'all great, it makes me better. So I gotta make sure. Because when I mess up, I'm covered.
And you
I know one thing. I wish I could wear a Beth outfit. Baby, she wears some. Listen, if I wore Beth, I'd be out of breath. I can't fit nothing in that woman's closet. And I just absolutely love her stage haberdashery.
Now, what's up with the big word? What's haberdashery?
I'm going right now.
It's clothing. It's clothing. I call it drag too. My stage drag. That's clothing. I'm referring to clothing. If you ever hear Patti LaBelle talk about it,
Patti LaBelle calls it drag. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Byron. Byron takes awesome pictures too.
Yes, he does. I just gave him some shout out. He took some amazing shots of Leela James at her concert at Motor City not too long ago, and she used one of his photos, and she gave him credit. But it was just like when you see him out there and you see that lens come out, you already know. I know I got a money shot in there somewhere, and he's gonna give it.
He captured a shot from More Than the Eyes Can See 4 and had it blown up. And I paid for it, y'all. I did because I support. I don't have nobody coming and you don't pay them for their work. So I want people to know I paid for my blow up. When people send me great shots, because I usually get a blow up from each show if somebody captures a really, really great shot or something, and I have it because one day I hope to have my own little shrine in my basement of all my memories and just have my wall of CrystalP.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need walls of CrystalP. Right. Now let me get into something here, Crystal. You have a few of your people, because you do have a big team of people for More Than
ensemble. We have an ensemble.
It's not too big. It's not too heavy. It's just right. What Bria said, she said, see, that's why y'all need to keep a dictionary. Her repertoire will have you confused if it's an insult or a compliment. I like the way you said that. And you're right.
Bria is right.
She's right. She can tell us off and we'll be like, oh, thank you.
You believe in the like what she
told you off. You're right, Bria. You're right.
Thank that was a compliment. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't a compliment. Oh, okay. She told me off. Okay. So, Crystal, with you knowing so many people, each person that's on here right now at this time, tell us why you selected them Maia, Delo, Souldeacon, Nikki, because you know a lot of amazing artists, and because of how you are, your spirit, your character, your professionalism, it wouldn't be hard to get people to come and be a part of More Than Eyes Can See. We all know people be panhandling, trying to get you. Hey, you need like a thing. You need me. Do you need? Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But why?
So you know what? Y'all about to make me cry. Everybody knows I'm a baker. Whenever you have a great recipe and you make a great dessert or a dish, it requires great ingredients. Anybody that knows me knows I love my Domino sugar. When I make a pound cake, I use Kerrygold butter, which is a lot more expensive than Land O'Lakes. With the people that you see right here, and Nissa, she's not on currently, they are the best ingredients for the cake that I bake on stage. They together make the best cake. All of them in their own rights are solo artists and they do their things. And I know tons of great comedians, tons of great singers, tons of great musicians. Everything is not for everybody. Even with the comedians, people call me the book and I might not be available. I recommend according to that particular crowd that they're going to have. It's not based on talent alone because there's tons of talented people. For the audience that I service, the culmination of the people that you see best fits what we do on stage. It's a grown show. It's a clean show. It has something for everybody. And this mix of people, different age groups, different eras, different talents, different ideas. Even though it's my show, everybody knows I'm open to ideas. Hey, what do you think about this? What should we do? I remember, I think it was last year's show when I ran the song list by Nikki and I picked one Phyllis Hyman song. And she said, I think you should try this one. And that's the one we ended up using because she felt it best suited me. So I like a team. They're not all yes people. The team that I have built is not afraid to say, let's try this. Or what do you think about it? Either we're going to do it or we're not. But everybody kind of has that voice within this show because that's what makes it better. You have a cake. Some people like plain pound cake. Some like it with a little glaze. Some want a little bit of frosting. Some want butter. Some want lemon. Some want key lime. Some want sour cream. But I get that with all of them. We can give you a whole bakery of desserts right there on stage.
Okay.
Say amen. I can't come behind that.
I don't know. Well,
yes, Damon. Great analogy.
Yeah, and we didn't need a thesaurus.
Should I hit there? Well, there's a certain je ne sais quoi that exists amongst.
Well, hello, Deb, big sis Deb.
Yes, Deb missed the show last year because she was selling the 7 C's. And she is the beautiful mother of Maia Green, but Deb is also a star in her own right. You can see her on Henry Ford health commercials. She's been on TV. She's done plays. She's been behind the scenes. So that's why I'm saying we're connected with so many great people. And it's just we just give things for everybody. What I love about my show, I said this after we got done rehearsing, TT, Demetrius, and Skinner and I were all standing out talking. A lot of people do covers. A lot of people do covers, and I love it because I support people. I love good music. But what I like about my show is sometimes when we do a cover, baby, we hit that B side, even the unreleased side. we'll do songs that nobody is expecting anybody to do on stage. And it's like, what? Did they just, I've had people that, when we've done certain songs, that they had never heard those songs by a particular artist and went and downloaded it after the show because they weren't familiar. I remember one year we did Meet Me on the Moon by Phyllis Hyman.
Oh,
And
I
if you're
remember that.
not a Phyllis Hyman aficionado, you wouldn't know. One year we covered Crazy by Jill Scott. Again, if you're not a
Oh,
connoisseur
that's a
of
jam.
Jill Scott, you might not be familiar with it. So we cover some things that most people don't, that you don't hear on the show. And there's nothing wrong with, I mean, it's fun singing Golden or singing Lizelle and E flat, or, you know, some of the popular songs, Uptown Funk You Up by Bruno Mars. You know, it's fun doing things that are pop, but it's also nice to open up people's horizons as well. One year we did Old MacDonald Had a Farm by Ella Fitzgerald.
Let me tell you. Now, let me tell you, when I remember when we was in rehearsal and you was like, we gonna do Old MacDonald, but the way you did it's like, how do you take something that we did as children and forgot the words? Or I remember we had to get the words, like, okay, and what is this? Then you make up your words. And so that's one thing I love about More Than the Eyes Can See. I've seen a lot. Y'all make I'll say this, outside of me being in this seat right here, if I was on one of these Hollywood squares, I would have said that being a stage manager for you, Crystal, has been amazing. Being a stage manager and working with all of these indie artists who are humble make my job so easy. And the theaters you've had, they all have big stages. We only had one venue that didn't have a big stage, but they ain't had no backstage. So that was a whole thing. But y'all where y'all supposed to be when you supposed to be there. Y'all show up when you're supposed to show up. Everything is, just done once all the rehearsals. And that's why it's so important for a stage manager. And I'm saying this to all my fellow stage managers that's out there. It's important. And Nikki said this to me in a way. I'm not going to say the whole thing, but a little bit. And it made me cry the other day. But it's on the level, I do things a little bit different than the average stage manager.
You do.
You do.
Thank you.
You're very attentive,
Factual.
which is why I've had you every year, because you make it easy for me and you keep me where I need to be. Because of this concept of the show and me doing 9,000 different things.
And you do.
I often like, oh, what did I forget? Oh, I didn't do this. And you like, hey, we do this. You send me reminders. You really involve yourself even beyond the stage. And you're great to work with. And then you connect me to other people because say, okay, I need this. Hey, let me get on the phone and contact these people. Let me call these people. I got you this. And you just always make sure that the show is running smoothly on stage, before the show, during the show, and after the show. I mean, from gathering instruments, making sure everybody has their information, where we're going to be, the address. Like, you really serve as not only a stage manager, but production assistant of sorts, just ensuring everything runs smoothly. And again, I can't do the show without you. And there's a bunch of people out there and people can be replaced, but I don't want to do this particular show without certain people. And because I know when those certain people are in place, I can hit a wrong note, I can play a wrong note, and the show is still going to be fire because I have all of the other chess pieces on the board. And they protect me from pawns to rooks to knights, even the king. There will be no checkmate because Everybody protects me on that stage. And it works together. Some things just, you can put certain people together, but they don't always fit. This is like a seamless fit. It's a seamless transition. I can't even explain it. You really, honestly, for people that are not there, you really have to be there to understand the type of love, the type of camaraderie that goes on when we're not, behind the scenes and just doing things. It's just an amazing time. There's so much love in the room, so much love in the room, so much support in the room, talent in the room. I mean, everybody, when I say everybody on that stage has a resume. Yes. You have Demetrius, you can hear him on watercolors. Many of you have satellite radio in your cars or trucks, or, you have people that play for Alexander Zonchak, Althea Renee, toured with Charlie Wilson. One of my guitarists, he toured with Charlie Wilson. You have people playing for Shaka Khan. You have people over here playing for this person. So everybody has this resume, and they could boast and they can brag. But when you come into the room, we just all the same at that point. It's not about, okay, well, I opened for this person. I opened for this person. I did this. I did. It don't even matter when we come into the room, because we're all equals. Yeah. And we take what we bring to and just offer it up. It's like it really is an offering to the people that come and see the show, because everybody brings their gifts right there. And everybody's alabaster box has a different type of oil. Some people, I need some Quaker State. I know I need some extra oil on my forehead, but some people bring some 5W40. Some people bring 10W30. But it's just a well-oiled machine, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everybody that's just ever worked on this show. And I know people don't want it to end. Demetrius like, it's not gonna end. My husband even said today, I think there's gonna be more than the eyes can see 6, the resurrection.
He's talking. Okay. The resurrection. Ain't nobody thinking. Okay.
All right.
Listen. That right there, that alone, I'm like, baby, he said the resurrection.
Already got the name. It's ready. The show.
Right.
Yeah. You get into existence. It's done.
We ain't cried. When I tell you I ain't cried, Swift even said, this can't be less.
He called. He actually called me on the phone. Like, sis, what's up?
Yeah, we're in denial.
I know.
We're in denial. But let me tell y'all this. Chris, listen, stage manager extraordinaire left me a voice text the other day, and I'm at work minding my own, just having a good day. And I listened to that message, and I was bawling. My lash was hanging off, crying, because she was just talking to me and encouraging me and thanking me for referring her. I'm like, girl, you never know who's watching you. And I watched TT do things with Vanessa Lynn, and I saw her. And when CrystalP was looking for a stage manager, it was a no-brainer. And I'm so grateful for TT and her encouragement. She does things differently. She shows up at every rehearsal. Every stage manager don't do that. She's different. And yeah, I just want to bring that up, how we had a crying fest, didn't we, TT?
Yeah, we did.
She is a rare diamond. You don't see her on stage. She's a rare diamond.
Rare.
Very rare. Very rare.
And she put them boots on the ground and it's over.
That's a running joke. They be like,
them boots. When she put the boots on, she means business.
And I just, man, y'all just don't know what, because I don't reveal my show, because everything is a surprise. Yes. It's a surprise to me sometimes too, because I'm like, oh, that worked. I recall the show we did 2 years ago, where we opened with D-Lo, what did we sing? Loose Ends. And nobody was expecting that. Nobody was expecting that.
No,
It was fun. And it's just, so that's why I say certain people fit certain things.
Yeah.
Because everybody wouldn't have been able to pull being able to jump around the stage and move up, but that's that marathon body. Everybody can't do that.
That's right.
Some of us need to sit on the edge of a stool and do what we do, just like quietly and peacefully. And so different people belong with different things. Now, you see, we got a new onyx on this year, grown beard with berries and oils and stuff. I can't bump and grind against Deloren, because it feel like I'm grooming somebody. I don't want no P. Diddy spirit to come on me.
Oh.
But like,
no.
With Souldeacon, you can do a little more grown stuff. You can do some grown stuff with Souldeacon. So it's something for everybody. Like I said, everybody has a part in this show. Yes. It is this, it's not just me. You're going to get a piece of everybody from this show, and you won't be disappointed.
Oh no, not and baby. When I tell you, and this is just a few. We said it's 14 deep, and so
yeah.
Now we don't have singers. I don't want people to think we got a whole choir up there.
Oh, we talking about musicians.
Yeah, we have bass guitar. We have guitar, bass, drums, keys, percussion. We have some women. Women. Horn. I love horns. There's something about brass that just does something to my shana,
baby.
And so we have trumpet, saxophone, trombone. We bring it all out there. And whatever I lug up from my house, I'm gonna bring that out there too. The only thing I haven't done is come out on a trapeze. I think that's about it, or a magic trick.
Or came off the rafters, and it ain't like you didn't inquire, because I remember we was doing the walkthrough, y'all, at the theater, and Crystal, I'll look too, because I was like, damn, I could see Crystal coming.
We're not coming out.
You said, you got anything that come out the rafters? I just told
you.
Sister Act. Sister Act 2.
No.
Whoopi did her show. She came out of the.
My spirit is not at rest with that at all.
Oh my God. I sure did. I sure did. I can't even.
No, that's just the catwalk for life. I was like, yeah, that would have been dope. But I was like, no, we gotta be safe, right? We gotta be safe.
No.
Okay. So I think we got folks out here. Rocky said people will get a sneak peek during Music Monday. Come on, Rocky. That's why you're the publicist. Come on, talk about it.
Yes, we're gonna be live in the D on Channel 4 on Monday.
What day is that, CrystalP?
Monday.
April 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky, what time should they log on? Rapture or
I think it airs at noon. Is it 11 or noon?
No. I know we got to be there early in the morning.
Yeah, not what time. I'm talking about when they could actually watch it.
I believe 11.
Yep, live on the day.
Help us out in there, Queen, because Rocky is the publicist for CrystalP, and Rocky is a beast. She's one of the dopest publicists from Detroit, and amazing journalist, just amazing. So you see how,
and I got introduced to her by a guy that I grew up in church with. She helped manage and publicize his show. And I was working as the host on the show. So that was my first time. That's why I say when Nikki said it's so important about how you treat people and people you interact with, because it comes back full circle. It comes back around. I got connected with Nikki from doing a play in 2006. So 19 years ago, and we're still connected. And then she ended up working with TT on another Vanessa Lynn production, and then I got connected with TT, and then Souldeacon this is the funny part. I was doing a comedy show for young women at a school. It's not DeVry. I can't remember the name of the school. Dorsey, was it Dorsey or DeVry? One of those types of schools. Doing it for a girl that I grew up with, doing stand up to bless the young women in the community who are struggling.
Right.
One of the teachers saw me and said, "Hey, I would love for you to play a part in my play that I wrote." I said, "Well, call me." That teacher was Kyra.
Mm.
Wow.
And that's how I got hooked up with her from doing comedy, which hooked me up with LaRon. And then D-Lo I met through my niece, my sister and my niece, and Maia. Her name came up from Nikki.
I brought her name up because I just worked on something with her. And I was like, Maia.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
gosh, I've been knowing Nikki G for a while. We sung
Yeah.
background for plays together as well
Mm-hmm.
10, 15 years ago.
Yes.
I think we all met on plays.
Hey, Nissa.
Yes.
That's the other
We
diamond,
did.
y'all.
That's
Nissa,
where I
Nissa
met
Junior.
Nissa.
Now, Nissa is one of the other diamonds, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right.
She is
Yeah.
Nissa.
and
And y'all know Nissa from the Polyester Players.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
killing it.
not ER, Polyester Players.
Yes,
With the A on the end. And that
Sing
girl
them.
be sang. She sings all the way from her ingrown toenail.
The
Okay,
depths of her
God.
soul.
Yeah.
she sings from
True
the
that.
depth of her
True that.
shellac. Okay, all
that.
the way
Girl
up.
is deep in the land. Right, Bria? She
Yeah,
do. Cat my
Yeah.
Cass. Listen.
Yes.
Listen, we love you too, Cat.
Hey, Cat.
I think we have arrived, Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal wants to give away a pair of tickets, everybody. Okay. And so the way we want to do this, and this is new for TT from the D. Okay. So we're going to try to get this thing together.
No, we're gonna do it. We ain't gonna try. We're gonna
Okay.
do
Whoop,
it.
whoop. Got see?
All right.
See?
All right.
Spirit. So we're looking for the fourth caller to call the number that you see at the screen at the bottom, scrolling across.
248-734-5125. That's
Yes.
248-734-5125. We're looking for caller number 4 at this time.
Yes. We're looking for caller number 4. So I'm gonna answer, right? And we're going to let you know. And you obviously you're seeing it now. If you smart. Oh, dang. Okay, hold up. Okay, wait. Let me see because I want to do this on speaker. Hold on. Hello, welcome to TT from the D.
Hello.
Hi, you are caller number 1. What's your name?
Deborah.
Hi, Miss Deborah. I'm gonna hang up, and I'm hoping you're gonna be caller number 4 because you're number 1. Try again. We'll see you soon.
Boop, boop, ba-doom, bam.
Oh, this is TT from the D. Caller number 2. Oh, they hung up. They trying to. Oh. Welcome to TT from the D. You are caller number 3. What is your name and where are you from?
Uh-oh.
Wait. Wait. We want to hear you, King. Hold on. What we doing here? Hold on. All right. Say that again for us. You still there with us, caller?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kat.
Hey, Kat. Hey, Kat. You are caller number 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, if I was you, I'd hang up and call right back. We're looking for caller number 4.
Quattro.
I know you.
Right,
Okay.
Quattro.
We got that? All right. So we looking for caller number 4. This is so cool, Crystal. I love it. All right. Hello, welcome to TT from the D. You are caller number 4. What is your name and where are you from?
Who is it? We can't hear.
It's Kat.
Oh, she made it back.
She made it back.
Take my free ticket because I always win. And I want to buy Okay, so keep the party going. The next caller,
Oh.
I'm gonna treat. Go.
Okay. So she said the next caller she's going to treat. Okay. I'm
I
gonna
know,
take the
Cat.
next caller, Cat. That's what's up. Okay. All right.
And I met Cat on a Vanessa Lynn production.
You are the next caller. Oh, what's your name and where are you from? You still there with this caller? Uh-oh. Can you
I
hear
heard the
us?
boop boop.
This is TT from the D. This is TT from the D. What's your name and where you from?
Cordell, Detroit, Michigan.
All right, Cordell, you just won yourself a couple of tickets. I'm going to need to get some information from you so I can be able to get you your ticket. And you said your last name is, did you say Smith?
Bowens.
Bowens. How do you spell that?
Bowens.
All right. So
now
what?
Take her off speakerphone when you get his.
Yeah. I don't want to.
He'll have all kind of women calling him.
Right.
Talking about he sounded sexy on the podcast.
All right, so I'm gonna need your number, and I'm gonna need your information so I can call you back and give you the directions on how you can get these tickets.
And take his email address too.
Oh, wait. I can get you off speaker. Oh, we're gonna get you a date.
313.
Okay, Cordell, 313. Uh-oh, Cordell, you still there with me? Did I lose him? Cordell?
Did she hang up on him?
Cordell. I lost my caller. Lord.
I hope you got caller ID.
It's been 50 calls. Cordell, if you are watching, I need you to call back. Call right on back. 248-734-5125. I know your name is Cordell Bowen. So it's 313, and I think this might be it. Hello, this is TT from the D. Oh, no, someone just won the tickets, Queen. What's your name? Miss Denise. Miss Denise called in. And what's your last name, Denise? Oh, we will have something.
You know what, TT?
Huh?
Let's give 2 sets away. Give her a set.
Denise, you've been blessed. Look at God. I need to take your phone number. And then when we clear the show, I'm going to call you back and get the information to make sure you can get your tickets for April 12th. Okay, what's your number? Okay. I got you. I will repeat it back, but I don't want nobody to stalk you. So you can shoot me a text to this number, but I'm going to call you back when we close the show out, and I will get your information and let you know how you can get your tickets for April 12th. And thank you for calling in. We appreciate you. CrystalP, she said big for you. I can't wait to meet you.
That's CrystalP all day. She's a giver.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, that was awesome. This is TT from the D. How can I help you?
I feel like we on the
Michelle, hi.
the Easter Seals telethon.
Right.
All right.
And we can take your donations at this time.
Everybody got phones. Like,
oh, Cordell, thank you, Jesus. You know, yeah, thank you. I've been answering these calls just so I can get you. Okay. What's your phone number?
I love it. I absolutely love it. This is how we do things at Tap In Tuesdays. Live with TT from the
Cordell, I'm going to call you back and I'm going to tell you how to get your tickets.
This is fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow, Crystal, that hotline was going win, baby.
Come on, with TT from the D. I love it.
Bling.
I'm here for it.
Listen, so congratulations to Cordell Bowens. You have won your tickets courtesy of Kat Martinez. She was our original winner. And she said, I want to support Crystal. I'm going to buy me some tickets, but I want to buy the next set of tickets.
Very nice.
Thank you, Kat.
Love that.
And then Denise Hall, you also are a winner courtesy of CrystalP.
Come on, Denise in the Hall of Fame.
She was super
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited. Can't wait to see you. She texted you so I can send you my payment. Okay. And so we're going to get that payment to CrystalP, but I got you, Kat. We got that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, this is said congrats to the winners. I know, right? Yes. People, listen.
That's beautiful.
Listen. She says that D-Lo. It is.
Of course it is.
And it is. And it is.
Kat said, come on, hotline. I know, right?
Yes. We have such a great community of entertainers in the city.
Yeah, that was
Such
fun.
a great community. I last night, like Nikki G is named after Nikki Giovannie. Another good friend of mine, Nina Simone. She had a show last night, but unfortunately, we were in rehearsal last night and couldn't. And I was able to get some snippets of her online. She texted me she's coming to the show.
Nice.
But man, she's an amazing artist. Her husband is an amazing drummer. I just love our community and how we just look out for one another and support one another, and just all the people that I've connected with because of you all. I have met some amazing people. Nikki and I, we went to see. Now y'all know my favorite song to do on karaoke is "Rapper's Delight."
Yes.
Sugar Hill Gang came to town.
We had a ball.
I had to go and see them and got my tickets. Sitting there, one of Nikki's friends that she used to work with, she and her husband, they were coming to the show, but they were sitting somewhere else. I was like, tell them come down here, with our table. We have room. It's room at the table over here. We on the floor by the stage. They bought their tickets to the show.
See?
Yeah. Well, yep, they sure did. She told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my goal is to sell 1,000 tickets. That was my goal for this finale, is to sell 1,000 tickets. So y'all go in there and get them tickets.
Okay.
That's right.
You can go to where, Crystal, how can people get tickets? I know it's scrolling down below, but if they wanted to get tickets, how can they get tickets?
They can go on my website, CrystalPiscrazy.com. If you click on events, you should see the link right there. You'll see the picture of the flyer. You can click on and it'll direct you right to the box office. And you can follow their prompts to buy tickets. I think it's only a few VIP tickets left. I think all the sponsorship tickets are sold. If it's some VIP tickets left, call 248-622-2116. We're trying to get the VIP ticket. If it's any left, 248-622-2116. I'm getting old, my memory is not like it used to be.
CrystalP, can they go directly to the Dearborn Performing Arts to get the tickets too?
You can go to the box office as well and purchase tickets. You'll probably save yourself a couple of dollars on fees. But because the tickets, seats are assigned, it's going to be first come, first served wherever you sit.
Okay.
I can tell you that the front, outside of the couple of VIP, the front of the venue is sold.
Okay.
Yep, orchestra A in the front. So rows A through, I think it's A through L are sold.
Nice.
Are they able to get them? Bria put your website up. Are they able to get them there too? Or a link?
Yep, it'll take them to the website, take them to the box office link.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it here. I definitely, we heard how creatively and tastefully Crystal has gathered all of her amazing ingredients to make this amazing, delicious treat that's coming on April 12th. But I have to ask each one of you, when you got the call from Crystal, why did you say yes? And we're on Hollywood Square, so I think we're going to go down to my bottom left, which would be Nikki Giovannie. Why did you say yes to CrystalP?
Oh my goodness. First of all, it was a no-brainer. CrystalP has always been professional and kind and talented. And when she brought that vision to me, it was a no-brainer. I saw it, I envisioned it, and I believed in her. And she is professional, and she that's why it matters how you show up. I saw how she showed up with Unequally Yoked. And I was so impressed by her because not only is she talented, but she is down to earth and kind and treats people right. But I knew her talent and I saw that vision. And I was honored that she even came to me. I was just like, you coming to me? So it was a no-brainer because I knew she could do it and I saw the vision, and it has been a blessing. This 5th year that I've been there, since the beginning, and I've seen it go higher and higher. But it was a no-brainer because of her professionalism, her talent, and her vision. And I was just honored to be asked.
Thank you. Okay. Next up on Hollywood Square, we're gonna go to our top right. Thank you, Rocky. Maia, why did you give your yes?
So Nikki G reached out to me. So this will be my 2nd year. Nikki G reached out to me in, I believe it was towards the end of 2023. And she's like, you know, I got an amazing show that I think that you would love to be a part of. And I had known Crystal in passing. Like I had never really, you know, got to know her on a friendship level, but just in passing, just from all the different plays and everything like that, and just kind of being in the scene. And so when Nikki, because I trust Nikki, like me and Nikki, like I said, we've sung together so many times. When she told me about it, I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that'd be amazing. You know, it was also me kind of getting out of my shell and trying to do more, you know, on the singing front on my end. Cause I like background and things like that, but never really was one to go out and say, hey, you guys, look at me. This is what I want to do. So Nikki was kind of trying to bring me out of that shell. And I kind of just fell in love with the whole vision of it all. And then Crystal is such an amazing person. Like she's such a sweet person and kind, and, you know, her spirit just feels wherever she goes. And, you know, those are the type of people you want to surround yourself with. And so, you know, just my first impression of Crystal was like, you know, yeah, like I can see it. And I think this is going to be amazing. So Crystal actually called me a week after the first show. And we talked on the phone probably about 2 hours about this year's show. And I'm like, listen, if you're doing it, I'm down. Like, just let me know, because it was an amazing experience. And I was one of those people who shed tears when I heard it was going to be the last one. It's not going to be. We're going to put that out in the atmosphere.
It's going to be the resurrection.
Exactly. But it's such an amazing, amazing show. And honestly, I was just honored that this time around, you know, because she had never heard me, you know, and had never really, you know, kind of even not just the talent wise, but had never even really, you know, gotten to know me as a person. So the fact that she, you know, trusted Nikki with that to say, okay, you know, I trust what it is that you're saying. And if you say that this is a good fit and this is a good fit, you know, I'm just really thankful for both. You know, this time around, I'm just thankful that out of all the people that she's had already and all the people that she could have had, that I was one of those ones that she saw was a good fit for it. So
cute. Getting emotional up in here.
Okay. Right.
Listen,
my man, I'm sorry.
Listen to her. Don't cry, Crystal P.
Y'all know I'm a sensitive thug.
All right. Moving on along with the Hollywood Square. D-Lo, is you shedding tears?
He's crying.
No,
yeah.
I'm not. My eye was itching.
Okay. Right time for his eye to be itching too. All right. So since D-Lo has stepped up to this plate, okay, D-Lo, why did you say yes 2 times?
Well, so first of all, Crystal is family. Number one, her level of professionalism is top tier. Okay. And we've talked about this before. When there's someone that is easy to work with, it's like Nikki said, it's a no-brainer. I would take easy over money any day. Yeah. You see, and a lot of people have to understand in this industry, you get it's very difficult when you have people that you can't work with, or you have people with a diva mentality, or you have people that don't pay, or this, that, and the other. But when you have a spirited person, it makes it that much easier for you to say yes. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, for for being a singer or musician not to be her number one talent, her ear is impeccable.
Yes.
She knows, like, and that's the thing, like a lot of people, that's not something that everybody has. Everybody does not have the gift to hear certain things, because I'm a B-side album person all day long. I will pull out a song that you wouldn't even know, like, wait a minute, such and such sing that, oh yeah, I gotta hit. That's because, and I feel like when, and I think this is why, how they get people to buy albums, because the good songs are the ones that are never, that don't make the single. But you buy a song because, okay, this is the single, but it got all these other songs on here that you buy. And I'm the type of person that will listen to the other songs because I'm like, these is killing those ones that got us. So her musical ear is like I said, is top tier, and I hear, as a musician, as a singer, that is another reason why it was easy to say yes, because I'm like, how does she like to even put this together? Like, oh yes, I want to be a part of this.
Yes. Yes.
But all in all, and then lastly, I missed last year's show because I double booked.
Yeah.
And when she asked me, I made sure that schedule was clear for this one, because I had so much fun the first time. Like, it was so professional. She got me 2 towels. Let me tell you, this is Crystal, right? Now the name is Delo, right? Okay, Delodlo, however you want to spell it, it don't matter. She took the time out, because I guess the first towel that she got, because one of the gifts was a towel, and she spelled it DLO. That's cool, because there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, I don't know how he spelled it, because I didn't know she was giving me a towel. She didn't tell me she was giving me a towel that I take on all my gigs. It'd be at the microphone. Oh, well, you gonna see that towel.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so then she just went and got 2 towels. One with the DLO and one with the DELO. Who thinks of that? Who has time to think about that when you got 40 other members, band members, and all these other people that you got to take care of? You thought about a towel? You're like, okay, that might not be the spell. So it's those little things that people think of, like that, to take the time to think about the smallest things when it comes to a big ensemble.
Yeah.
That shows that you care, and that you care about every detail and taking care of the people that you want. And again, she knows people that sing way better than me, people that are more accomplished than me. So to even ask me to be a part of this was an honor, because it's like, you want me? Are you sure? You sure? Because I mean, I can, if you want me to get so and so, or you want me, you know what I'm saying? So it was an honor. So like I said, no brainer. It just is what it is, hands down. This is a must see. Y'all got to be here, and I'm great to be. I am just ecstatic to be a part of this amazing show experience.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now,
Not too much.
we not about to. So last but not least, I'm going to bring now, and this, we said this earlier for those of you that came on a little later. Souldeacon Dolley is the newest Onyx. His first run, the latest and last Onyx, as we said, but it's also outside of his norm. And during our first rehearsal, it was kind of like, what we doing? What we gonna see? And so
Brody stepped up to the plate.
ready,
Listen, he ran around all the bases.
He said it with his chest. So why did you give Crystal a yes, Souldeacon?
So me and CrystalP did a play, as we said earlier, some years ago, and we had a ball. I mean, we cracked up on stage. Had a great time with her being a part of that play that my sister Kyra wrote,
Yes.
Colorblind. And then we've been cool ever since. So I would see her at functions and all of that. We always spoke to each other. And then we saw each other last year at Detroit Music Awards. And then we got a chance to kind of talk about this show just a little bit. She said she was going to give me a call, and she did. And she didn't have to pitch it much. Once she told me that she wanted me to be a part of the show, I knew it was going to be a good time. And then she mentioned some of the people that are in this show. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a blessing. The rehearsal's been off the hook.
Yes.
I've learned a lot. The folks that I'm singing with are ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Just, I mean, the vocals, the talent, without all of the inflated egos and all of that stuff that normally comes with folks that sing that well and are that good. The musicianship, camaraderie. Just glad to be a part of it.
Amen. Amen. Nissa, I know you are in the comments because I
You like
know
that
you
section,
had
huh?
personal. But if you wanna share, throw in there why did you give Crystal your yes? We would love to share that. We can post it up here. While you're twiddling your thumbs and your fingers over there, I'm gonna tell you why I said yes. First of all, when Nikki called me and said, hey, I was meeting with Crystal and we were talking about a production she's getting ready to do. And we were going through everything. She says, I got everything I need with a stage manager. And she said, I was like, what about TT? And I was like, oh, yeah, I was like, okay. She said, so she wants to know if you could come over and we're going to have a meeting at her house and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. I got over there. Like, first of all, I had a blast working on Boss Lady with Crystal. That's where I think I met you initially, Boss Lady. With Vanessa Lynn. Shout out to Vanessa Lynn because I'm working with Vanessa Lynn. And so is Crystal. Crystal's hosting Vanessa Lynn's play on Mother's Day
Enemy
weekend.
in my house.
Yes, Enemy in my house. And I'm her stage manager again. So it's a blessing. We're going to work again together. And so I got to Crystal's house and we were talking and sitting in her living room. And it was like a yes. Did the first show. It was successful. And I'm like, wow, I was blown away. And then she's like, you know what? I'm thinking I might do another one. I'll let you know. And I was hoping because like y'all all said, Crystal knows a lot of folks. And I'm not the only stage manager in Detroit. You know what I mean? I know my stuff. I say that humbly speaking. I know my stuff. And I put in that work. I do. Yeah. However, there are other stage managers that's just as dope, if not doper than me. But to be called time after time, it was an honor. Like that spoke to my spirit. That confirmed for me when it was a season when I felt overlooked, underappreciated. You come through and remind me along with people like a Kyra B and a Vaughn, right? Like a Beth. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'll get in trouble if I start naming people. So anyway, but y'all get that. Like when you get called time after time after time, it's one thing. When you're treated, like I know I'm a stage manager. I know what my position, what I'm supposed to do. Because of how you treat me, all the other things that you get from me that you say, well, you do this and you serve more like in a production assistant manager. You get that from me because I want to give that to you. Yeah. You make me want to give you more of what I can. Well, my stage management is done. What else can I do to help you? What else can I do to make it even better? I'm going to do it. And so every time you call, I'm going to always answer. And like Delo said, I think I, and Demetrius, we went out to lunch and we were talking about the show. And right at that same lunch, you was like, I got the date. Put it on your calendar. I got the date. Me and Demetrius was like, okay, what's the date? Okay, let me. So I had that in there. That's the first thing I had for 2025. And it was just like when you said this is it. We like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. It's like a family breaking up. Like, hold up. Who gonna adopt us? Like, who gonna adopt us? Who are people gonna be with them, right? And so we are like, I know I cried. I know Nikki cried, and Maia said she didn't cry. The Onyxes, they ain't cried yet. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I really am gonna hug Delvin because he said it's another one in you. It's the resurrection. I'm like, now you gave me hope, sir, on your anniversary. Your wife shared this.
The husband said it. The husband said
it.
That's all they need. That's it. That's clearance right there.
Bam.
Amazing.
Bam. Wow. Okay, here go Nissa. Thank you, Nissa. So this is said, everybody basically expressed my same feeling, but I'll add, outside of the fact that it is really a really great experience and she knows what she wants for the show, she gives others the opportunity to voice ideas and work together and add to the vision. And I'm grateful. Thank you,
Thank you,
Nessa.
Nessa.
I'm telling you,
Y'all are so amazing.
You can't just skate in this thing either, because these songs that we are singing, and even in the past, you know how sometimes you can sit back and be like, okay, I'm gonna just take the low. I'm taking no. You got to learn the part.
Yes.
The way that, because she don't just pick songs that have typical 3-part harmony. La, la, la. No. We sing runs in harmony.
Yes.
No, it's no. And it's not, it is no. So you have to work on this project. And that's the other thing. It's like it challenges you. Not only that, but it makes you work, because you got like I'm switching back and forth. Me and Nikki, we doing we going back and forth. We tenor and alto on certain songs. So that's the thing. So like you have to be able to be.
Nissa said, "Don't give it away, D-Lo."
I'm not giving it away. I'm just saying, the basis of, what I'm saying, the basic thing. But I'm just saying, you just have to.
I'm screaming.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's been to any of her shows, they know you're gonna get them singers ain't no la la la, it's da 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 da. So you just gotta wait and see what the da 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 is gonna be. But it ain't easy.
No, last night.
Not simple.
She said you gospelized.
That was funny. Bria knows she is like a baby comedian.
Just the lawyer just don't me fa so loud.
No, we ain't no we are Peggio in this thing.
Don't me so
Peggio.
With some with grace notes and diminished chord. No, we ain't no do re mi. Absolutely not.
Oh, and she knows when that note is. She's like, wait a minute. Somebody.
She know. That's the thing. She knows.
I'll be like, well,
I'm man off, and we be over there like, it was me today. My bad. Let me fix that.
I'll be over there with Old Faithful.
What's the
Get that? I did. I got that.
It's so funny because I'm not a singer like y'all, but I listen to things incessantly, and I know what I do know what I want. When I envision a show, I'm thinking about it long ago. When we did last year's show was March 16th. I booked the venue for this year, March 18th. So I was already in mode on what we're going to do. The opening number for this show has been in my head before even last year's show. But I hadn't like really brought it full circle. But I knew, I said, if this opening number goes the way that I envision it, it's going to be hot. Like they're going to be on their feet just screaming at everybody. And that's how I always treat a show. What's gonna get your loins moist? What's gonna, make you?
Oh, look at my ear face. She her little dimple popped up. Like,
what's gonna make you like, stand up in your chair? I think I wrote a joke for this year's show that I'm gonna do about just music in general, how we appreciate music, but I always think about. I can't remember, was it last year's show or the 23 show? We had got 4 standing ovations. We hadn't even got in the show good. It's like, wait, we got more. Sit down.
Was it last year's show?
I can't remember. Was it last year?
It was, because you was DJing. It
We
was
had quite a few.
Yeah, because you was doing. Oh, wait, y'all, hold on. We got Crayon. He been putting in that work. So he and slid up in here. I see you. So the MD extraordinaire. What can we say about
Lord. The slaves. Now y'all think that I want it. and I have an impeccable ear. That man be over there directing, playing, arranging, changing the beats per minute, taking off his glasses. When I call him the MD on high, and when them glasses come off, oh baby, it works.
And he know if you didn't skip the part, he know if you missed a note. He was like, he know, because he gonna look at directly who's supposed to be singing it, and he knows. And see, the thing about it is, and the crazy thing about it is, the way Crystal picked her singers, everybody can sing every part, including LaRon. Everybody can sing every single part. So if we wanted to, we could switch up and be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like Demetrius, he knows our voices and he knows who didn't sing what part. He looked directly at me. And one time I heard it, he looked at me and I turned my head around the back. I was like, he knew it was me.
But he missed that show together, man.
I wouldn't even say that part. Yes, she was.
We're not gonna talk behind his back. And then we also got Skinner, one of the baddest bass players in the day.
Listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna limit it. Yeah, this brother, baby. Like when he get to anyway, listen. Okay, let
I'ma say it. I'ma say it. That darn Skinner is the Ike Turner without the beating. When he get on that bass, let me tell you, he makes that bass talk. He clearly can stand out on that bass. He's an amazing bassist. But the thing is, he sits there, he has like this quiet nature spirit, but his playing is just so great and magnificent. That brother is bad. Do you hear me? And I was texting with him today trying to go over some things. I said, I know when he sees my stuff, he's like, Lord, I got to go back to elementary school with this poor child. Because I don't talk the same language that everybody, talks. And some of the instruments that I play, some of it was self-taught and just picking up the ear and that kind of thing. Flute is my primary instrument, and it's something that I play. Because the flute and the piano are in the same key, I can go over to the piano, put some stuff together, and jot it down. And the bass is also in the same key. But when I picked up the saxophone last year, I was sitting there like, Lord, who came up? And I blamed Jeff for that. Because everybody kept saying, well, if you can play the flute, you can play the sax. And that got me geeked up. I wanted to kick myself, but I'm always up learning something new. But that darn Skinner and that bass, he is insane, insane with that bass. Absolutely insane, brilliant. And even Demetrius,
don't geek him up too tough now. Don't geek him up too tough now.
I mean, they're those musicians, and this is how I came to know them before they come on.
Okay.
Randy Scott. I've been knowing Randy Scott. Everybody knows he's an awesome saxophonist since the days of Michigan State. So we go back 30-something years. Randy was doing his album release and wanted me to open with comedy and host. Not a problem. Well, who is his band? Demetrius, Skinner, Nate Wynn was the drummer, and I think Gary was one of the guitarists, or they had another one. Okay. But I was like, my time was just hanging out because I love good music. And I'm a person, I can hear you playing the triangle. I can hear cymbals. Like, I just love great music and fell in love. And so when I wanted to do my show, I was like, oh, I wonder if I can get him. And so I've been connected with Demetrius ever since. But he MDs for so many people.
Yeah, he does.
And he transposed, because I'm not gonna sing in the key if it's not my key. Listen, bring me to another house, because my key don't fit that house. Take me over here to this little apartment. That's what my key fit, this little apartment. And we're gonna go over here. And he just transposes music, and he'll sit there. Now we need a B flat major 7 here, and we're gonna go over to the G9 and then go to the B flat minor, and then we'll resolve it. But then we're going to bring it, and I need you to crescendo it. But I'm like, stop. What note I got to play? Just tell me if my note is B flat, C, D, and F sharp. Is that okay? That's my notes. That's all y'all talking, but that's the brilliance that exists with them.
They are very,
And
very.
it lets you know that they on a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Well, we're gonna bring these brothers in. We've been talking behind their back long enough, so we're gonna bring them in. We can talk about them to their face. So,
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Demetrius Nabors, people affectionately call him Crayons, but Crystal P, what do you call him?
MD on high.
What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up?
Hey.
What up, though?
Listen, listen, bear with me. I'm trying to get somewhere where I can park and so I can talk. So
yeah, don't tear up that Lincoln now.
I know that extravagant. No. Take your time. I'm gonna bring in our brother. I think he traveling too, because I think y'all came from the.
Oh no, he traveling. Yeah. We just got out my studio session, so I'm almost at a spot where I can park and talk. So yeah.
No, it's all good. I want you to be safe. You could talk and keep your eyes on the road. So we're gonna bring this badass bass player up in this building. What up, Skinner?
What's happening?
Look at him, just chill. Look, they both
He's
just
so chill.
They know they must have just did some fire, and they just like, yeah, hey, this is what we do. Yeah.
Did you see how he just pulled in that space? Skinner turned that wheel like he was driving a deuce and a quarter.
Old school.
Yeah.
And the seat is leaned back. That's old school flavor right there.
Gotta be
welcome, fellas. Welcome. Nissa is in the comments. She said, hey, Skinner.
Wait a minute. Nissa's not on here?
Huh?
And Nissa not on here?
No, Nissa had rehearsal, so Nissa couldn't join in, but she got into the comments soon. She got out and she came through. But we wanna welcome you guys. We own and for all the people, TT from the D normally is not this long, but when I get a good show, it's on and popping. And so I always tell you, if you gotta go, we understand. But I see that y'all standing rocking with us and we love it. You guys missed it, Demetrius and Skinner. We no, you're fine. No, I'm not even talking about that. Whatever.
Is he Earl Flip? Earl Flip.
I'm dancing because I'm parked. So yeah, we good. What's going on?
Oh my God. Okay. But no, so we did something for the first time. Crystal got TT from the D podcast. We had call-in listeners, and we had a winner who said, you know what? I support and love this. I'm going to buy my tickets. I want to gift my tickets to somebody else. So the next caller, and then the line was blowing up. It was so fun. And then one person called in. She actually had called in and made it 3 times. It wasn't the right caller. And Crystal blessed her. So we have gifted Cordell Bowens. If you're still in the building, Cordell, I have not forgot you. See the show still rocking. I will be texting you, friend, and getting that information. And also we have Denise Hall. She is our second winner. So we have 2 pair of tickets that have been gifted out tonight on TT from the D, courtesy of CrystalP.
That's awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta say, TT, I gotta say hi to my family there. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the compliments and for also the whip, just smashing me at the same time. I don't know how I get compliments and smashing. I don't understand.
I don't know.
The backhanded compliment.
Right. No, but you all are amazing. TT, you all are amazing. It has been amazing just working with Crystal and you and everyone for the past, where we at 5 years. I think I missed one.
You missed one.
I did miss one. But it's just been amazing. And I was telling Crystal last night, I just really wish we could keep this going because
I got a spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I knew you was gonna start.
I got a spoiler alert, Crayon.
Oh, okay. Let me get it out first. But I was telling her last night, I was like, just the camaraderie and we're a family, and it's just amazing how we do what we do together, and no egos. Everybody is on the same page of just trying to make it the best show every year, and we do whatever we need to do. And it's just amazing when you get a conglomerate of people like this, you want to be around them as much as possible, or continue to work like we do, or just be involved. So I hope it is a spoiler alert. So what you got, T?
So somebody who is a credible person, a credible source.
I feel like their opinion really matters. Like
I totally stand in agreement with you. There is a strong possibility that there will be a Resurrection 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't say this.
Okay. I mean, we say resurrection because we know the inside of it, but to the public.
No, this was an inside kind of
secret
out into the public, leaked out.
It's a possible official. It could be an official statement. This might be official.
I like the eyes, Mister. I like the eyes.
I see. Okay.
Where this is coming from?
Yeah. This credible.
The higher up. What they say? The higher up.
The higher up. Yeah. This somebody who would know. This like the you going up the chain of command.
I like that. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Y'all like
somewhere up there.
I like it, and I love it. That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
And I gave a shout out to the singers, but I gotta add my band in there, Crystal's band. It's all our people, and couldn't do it without them. I mean, our band is amazing. The singers are amazing. I mean, I can't say it anymore. Just the whole entourage is killing. It's just killing.
It's an ensemble.
It's an ensemble.
The ensemble.
We've been using out the forest all night, so get it correct. And Bria just put him out there. She said, I don't want to point no elbows, but Delvin is, if you listen, Delvin was the source.
For sure.
That is funny.
Thank you for that. Skinner.
You.
What say ye? What say ye?
What's that ye?
What say it you?
I gotta get you the biblical Ebonics book. What would you like to say about this ride? You've been here
4 years.
4 years. You missed one. Was you with Demetrius when he missed that 1 year?
He stole everybody.
9 times out of 10 we had 9 times out of 10 we had a show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, the ride for me has just been amazing. Like I said, I look at the whole cast also, as family, but also it's like, to me, this is the Harlem Nights all-star cast.
Ooh, you talking good.
That's what I look at it.
Okay.
Everybody's professional. Everybody, like you said, no egos getting in the way. Everybody work together beautifully, and it's like it's very enjoyable to be around everybody and just to have fun doing what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know their place. Everybody know their parts, and if they right, you got the next person's gonna help, and nobody gets offended. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Positive, and
this should say indubitably. Girl, if you don't get off here,
you don't come on with this one. Dictionary, like what? Yeah, it's been a hot show tonight, fellas. It's been a hot show. I have went around, and for the people, I mean, and I was humbly gonna say this. I don't know who doesn't know you guys, who wouldn't know you. But for the sake of those that may not know who Crayon is or who Rob Skinner is, I would love for you guys, and I know you guys are gonna do the half cheat thing. Don't do that. Yeah, Crayon, Demetrius Nabors. Yeah, we would like to let the people who are new, who are gonna come to the show based off of this amazing interview tonight, right? And from all the amazing things they've learned about each and every person on Hollywood Square tonight. You guys can't leave and show up without doing the sing and dance either. So could you please tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and how long you've been a part of this amazing relationship with Crystal. Not just how long you have been performing. We know you did 4 of the 5 shows, but how long you've known her, and why did you say yes when she asked you to be a part of More Than the Eyes Could See?
Oh man, before she even asked me to be a part of it, well, I've met Crystal through Demetrius, but it's like we've been on what, over a decade now?
Mm-hmm.
Over a decade. And very first time I met her, I think she was doing the show for somebody else, but
Randy Scott.
yeah, matter of fact, that was it. And it's just like she was just good people. The first time ever meeting with her, talking with her, it just clicked. So I'm like, okay, when I found out more and more what she do, and when Demetrius asked me to play, I'm like, sure, no problem. It was no other way, another thing to do but to be a part of it. I love being around positive people, and like I said, Crystal is just great people all around. I love my sister.
Amen.
I love you more. Skinner
Yeah.
is a winner.
She got bars. She got bars.
I see she got those bars.
And just to add to what Rob is saying, I believe we were at the Millennium when we met Crystal. I believe it was there with the Randy Scott show, and met her backstage. And I already knew about her because she was a comedian and all that. And her spirit, and I'm not trying to get deep. I mean, when we met her, her spirit was amazing. Again, no egos. And when she asked about working with her, I did not hesitate. I just wanted to make sure, we could do whatever we need to do for her. But her spirit was just amazing, friendly, just inviting, and we clicked from day one. She has never been different as long as I, known her. She has been the same. It doesn't matter who's around, what she's doing on what big show, whatever big show she's doing, she has always been Crystal P. And that has been amazing. So it's easy to say yes to somebody like Crystal and just continue to be there for her whenever she needs. Sometimes she makes me pull out my hair, which I don't have any, um, because we just don't know what to expect. She already know I'm gonna say something. So that's the but it's never one thing about it that we can all agree upon. There's never a dull day with Crystal P. It does not matter.
Never.
It doesn't matter what it is, whether you going to lunch with her, whether we in rehearsal, whether we're taking a break, it does not matter. It's never a dull day. And it's refreshing. And again, including with everyone okay, almost.
Oh, he said almost.
Almost.
Okay, you know what? Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Basically every it's just okay, that's a whole inside thing. I'm sorry, y'all. But so we've been knowing her for a long time. Nikki, Maia. I know y'all. Nissa, I know. Okay, I'm gonna behave.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Yeah. And Deacon, everybody that's been a part, it's just been a great. But Crystal is amazing. So yeah, that's what made us say yes to her. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
TT,
okay.
I had to will me back in.
Yeah.
I was on my way. Okay.
Yeah, you was. It's okay though. It's okay.
All right. Thank you.
So
Wrap it up.
yes, Nikki. You're muted, Nikki. Nikki, you're muted.
Look, I'm here tapping her unmute button like I can control it.
I can't hear you.
Tapping the screen.
You're muted.
We still can't hear you. You doing braille.
You doing braille?
No. Unmute yourself.
Did I unmute myself?
Yes, there you go.
So I just wanted to say this because I think it's so important. Crystal P feeds us.
Oh yes.
Okay. We eat really, really good at rehearsals.
Really good. Chips.
Listen, and I come way from Ipsatucky. She gives gas money. She has arranged for me to get rides, and she pays. She don't mess around. She pays every time. We don't have to worry about being, swindled. She is very professional. Those envelopes are ready.
Yeah.
At the end of the thing. And I'm just saying, I think that's important to note because everybody don't do it. I'm just saying. So CrystalP, I appreciate her just for those things because, and then we get the grab bags, like Demetrius, like D-Lo was saying, we get wonderful gifts on top of that.
She wrote a letter
stuff with our names on it.
She wrote me a letter. She wrote us a letter 2 years ago. I said, not only did she,
I got my card on the wall.
She got me 2 towels, and she wrote a letter.
You did.
I have a whole shrine of stuff for 5 years. So I appreciate CrystalP for the little details that she does. But she doesn't, you know what I mean? We appreciate that. You know, I love you, girl.
I love you more. I love all of y'all.
Yeah.
You all mean the world to me.
She does. She takes care of everyone. Yes, she does. And she makes sure she has it before the show is even done.
Right.
That's a whole nother discussion that we can have.
That's a whole nother one, but
that's a whole nother one.
It's important. I really, to any musician, entertainer, comedian, singer, anybody, I know we all love to do our thing on stage and put on events, but it is so important to do things in the spirit of integrity and excellence. I try as much as humanly possible to treat anybody that's working on my event the way that I would expect to be treated if I was going to do something for somebody else. And I know I go over and above because I'm a servant, and I love to appreciate people and to show love to other people and to let them know. That's why I write handwritten thank you notes. It just is a way that I can express to people what they mean, because thank you is just not enough for all that you all do, all that you're capable of doing. You're worth so much more than I can ever pay you. Just the gratitude that I have. I am truly honored to work with each and every one of you. But for me, making sure people are paid, or at least paying them what you discussed, is paramount. There should never be anybody working, especially as hard as they work, learning the songs. Some of the songs that I pick, I know are kind of way out. And then you have what I call the kitchen talk. Can you step in here for a minute? We didn't sell as many tickets. I don't base my band and my vocalist pay on how many. If I never sell a ticket, I still make sure everybody gets paid because I fund it out of my comedy and my cake money. I would never want any to have a reputation of not treating anybody with kindness and then walk around in church like I'm the best Christian at the Last Supper table. It is important that anybody that puts on anything, that you make sure that your money is up front for the people that work on your show. And if you don't get anything, then okay, then you just have to work harder next year. But don't ever throw an event, put on a show, and not make sure that your people are taken care of. That's just poor, a poor human spirit. That's the only way that I can really put it. And I just would not want that reputation or want that attached to me and the people that I'm around. Because who's going to want to work with you if you're known, like she said, for swindling people or constantly cheating people? Well, I'm gonna catch you next time. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And we just need to treat each other right and be upfront. If you can't do something, say that. You know, there's nothing wrong with being upfront and honest. These are your colleagues. These are your brothers, your sisters, your family. I like my team because it's like family. We have moments where where everybody's going through something or injury, sickness, caregiving, and we all go, but we still pull together like family. And that's the most important thing that people don't see with the finished product on stage. They don't see what goes on behind the scenes and what it takes to get to that whatever day we're in. So I thank you all so very much for everything that you've done over these last it's been almost 10 years. Our first rehearsal was back in 2015 when we did the show at Renaissance. The show was in 2016. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
Well, thank you for that, Crystal. As we've showed a lot of gratitude and love towards you, this was a special show. This wasn't my typical TT Tap In Tuesday because we were led to believe that it was the last show, and you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. But the ray of hope has come through. The light has cracked through the darkness, and we still gonna show up and show out. Now, don't worry about that. April 12th is still gonna be fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sexy show.
Oh, come on.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Let me find my song.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all talked about it, but everybody who came to the show last year, this is a different show. It's more of a sexy show, so just be prepared. It's a little sexy.
No, look at MD. Because guess what, MD? We didn't talk about that. Look at the MD. No. Maybe sexy. You brought sexy up because y'all brought it from studio with y'all. I don't know, but maybe that's what y'all did. Maybe y'all pulled up in that little sprinkle on there. This show is gonna be fire. It's gonna be one. If you talked about More Than Eyes Can See in the past, and you knew oh, I gotta get my tickets. When you see this one, you're gonna be so excited that you learned today that the possibility of a resurrection, because you ain't even I don't even know what she would possibly do. Yeah, but Crystal, so baby, oh my God. But we here for it. We will be there for it. And this said, prepare yourself. I know that's right, sis.
Prepare.
Because this show is
it's a lot of surprises in store. A lot of surprises in store. Harmonically, musicality, vocally, comedically. There's a lot of facets to this show. It's definitely going to be more than the eyes can see. Like I said, even the day of the show when things happen, I'm always like, wow, that just happened. And I do have to admit, I do go through withdrawal after every show because there's no more rehearsals. It's like I want to go out and play. Like there's no it takes me I think when we did the show last year, it took me almost a month to come back down. Where I'm like, I don't have to rehearse, no piano, no flute, nothing. What? So it's an adjustment to come down off of a show because it's a great feeling. I watched the videos, I watched snippets of last year's show, and it gives me angst as well as it makes me smile. Because every time I do this show, I sit and ask myself, why are you doing this? Why did you think of this? What made you pick this? Every single time I do it, but y'all deliver. So I'm just gonna have to bring some extra packing tape for the rest of the delivery.
And that's what we will do. I think I would like for you guys, as we close out. So I released some B footage yesterday, late in the wee hours of the morning. And I used one of Crayon's songs because I had to cover up the music. And I'm gonna release some more, I think, tonight. And that's the beautiful thing. Like we were saying, Crystal is going to be on Live in the D on Monday. And that's amazing. Everybody can't get on Live in the D. I mean, everybody can't. I'm just saying, everybody cannot get on Live in the D. Greatness. I'm honored to have you guys on this platform because it's a family, you know. For the people that's at home, the man or the woman that says, you know what, I want to do something and I want to know like what kind of people do I need around me. For the musician that says, you know what, I would love to position myself and be that person that someone like a Crayon or a Skinner can call and say, hey, I'm doing this event, or I got this upcoming gig, or however y'all, the terminology you guys use. For the person who says, you know, I want to go in the studio and I want to record as a musician, as an artist, what advice would you give to someone who is sitting here looking at you guys like, I want to do what you're doing. I want to do what you're doing, or I'm trying to do what you're doing. I haven't been as lucky as you guys are at this moment. Okay, because everybody is always, you always can grow. There's always room to grow and advance. I know what my little 5 cent gonna be that I want to give, but I would love for you to give a piece of advice for my singers, to that songstress or a singer. I don't know the proper names y'all be using because we've been using vocabulary today and it's beyond me. Okay, it's beyond me what we've been talking about tonight. But as a male artist, a female artist, what do you say to them as a MD, as a musician that travels? Because you guys travel the world. You guys are so humble, and I love y'all for that. But I want people, like I interviewed Crayon before, and I learned so much about him in that interview, thanks to his cousin, about where he came from and his growth. And I was like in awe. So there's a lot of people that get told they can't do what we're doing, right? Or that you shouldn't do that. Give up on that. You're too old for that. Or, you know, everybody's doing that. But everybody ain't doing it the way you do it. And even your advice that you're giving, they're not going to be the next D-Lo or the next Souldeacon or Nikki or Maia or Crayon or Rob or Crystal. It's important to be yourself. But what do you say to them? Because I guarantee you, someone's been watching tonight, someone's listening, and they are either on the verge of not wanting to pursue their goals and their dreams because they don't have the support, or they don't know how, or they're interested in doing it, but they don't know where to start. So what do you say to them? And I'm going to start with Hollywood Square, center stage, Nikki Giovannie.
Oh, okay. Well, I will first say, don't compare yourself to other people. That has been a thing, like, because I have so many friends that are like singers, and I be just like, okay, well, I can't do that, and I don't have that, and I can't. And I had to learn how to accept what I have. So I will say, accept the gift that God gave you. If you have a low tone like I do, accept that. You know, if you're not a soprano, that's fine. Learn to appreciate the gift that God gave you. Also, do it scared. You know, Gladys Knight, I saw an interview. She's been singing since she was 3. She said she still gets bubble guts when it's time to perform. And it's Gladys freaking Knight. So being nervous and all that, it's normal. Do it scared and get out there and go for it. Because, you know, fear is false. So those are my tips. Don't compare yourself to other people, and do it scared and put yourself out there, because you never know what may happen.
I like that. I just got that. And you gave me double confirmation. Kyra spoke that into my spirit a couple of days ago about, I was telling her how I get nervous before I do a speaking engagement, if I'm hosting an event, if I'm stage manager. I know what I do. I can do it in my sleep, but I always get nervous. She says, that's humbleness. She said, when you don't have it anymore, it's over.
Sit down.
Right? So I'm like, okay, so thank you for that double confirmation. Thank you. So on Hollywood Squares, next up, I think I'm going to go to my bottom left. Skinner, what do you want to say?
Nikki hit a lot of points. far as being yourself. Because when it comes down to being a musician, yeah, we all could play, but you're not gonna hear something the same way. And we all have to interpret first when it comes down to music, learning music. You have to interpret it the best way that you can, that you understand it. And then if it's something that you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask your next fellow, musician. And it don't have to be a musician that plays the same instrument as you. Like I always go to my brother Demetrius all the time. If it's something that I'm not quite sure of, to this day, and I've been playing almost 30 years. But if it's something I'm not quite sure on a song or whatever, I will go to him and see what he hear. So you just got to, be sure of yourself, and at the same time, like she said, be afraid, but don't be afraid, because at the same time, everybody hear things differently, and your approach is different as well too. But if it's something you feel that you just cannot get, that's what practice is for. So you have to put the time in order to get your craft to where you want to be at the professional level. You don't just get it overnight. Trust me. I thought I was there and got put off major gigs. But that helped me to grow, to let me know, okay, if I'm at this level and if I'm not ready, they've seen that I'm not ready for it. Therefore, I have to re-examine myself, then go ahead and just put more work into myself. That means you don't want to always be at a standstill. You want to always evolve. And then, like as a musician, this is as a musician point of view. You always want to evolve. So constantly listen. Don't be afraid to ask if it's something that you don't understand. And that's basically it for me.
That was a lot. Thank you, Skinner. Yeah, and I appreciate your transparency. Thank you for that. Because some people also don't want to admit when they've done something like, damn, I thought I was being my best, and I guess it wasn't my best. And instead of doing this, you like, let me have some accountability here. Let me re-examine myself. I can appreciate you saying that. Thank you for that. Next one on Hollywood Square, I'm going to go into the comments because Nista is in here, and she gave her word she wants to say to you, the viewer, the listener. She said, the journey that you take will bring you around people that can be instrumental on your journey. Be humble and kind. You have to believe in yourself. Absolutely. I stand in agreement with that.
Yeah.
I think we all understand how important it is in this circle, really believing in what it is God has gifted you with, because everybody in this space is gifted in several areas, and you have been brought in a full circle where God says you hold each other accountable and do something amazing that only you guys can do as a Voltron. So I love it. So next on my Hollywood Square, I'm going to go to Dilo.
I would say the first thing is take your craft seriously. People are only going to take you or treat you as serious as you treat yourself, right? When it comes to your craft and what you know. But Skinner said something that is very important. You have to practice. You have to practice, practice, practice. Just like I stated earlier, how all of us, everybody in this group can sing every note. I always say what makes a good singer is that it's not how well you can sing, but also how well you're able to be versatile. If somebody fall, if there's multiple people singing notes and somebody like, I need you to sing, hit that top. Can you jump to that top note and sing that harmony just the way that the other person did so that it can fill in? If somebody drops out, are you able to fill in that part, right? And when I say practice, my bathroom is my practice studio. Okay. I have my Bluetooth speaker set up in there. When I have to learn songs, And don't be scared to take risks. And this is where it comes to practice, because sometimes everybody can't sing a Whitney Houston song, everybody can't sing Luther Vandross song, but you can make it yours and still not take away from what the artist intended for it by creating it. Crystal does a great job of that, when she performs and things like that. I do it all the time. People will be like, well, I want this song sung at my wedding, or I want this song sung at the funeral, and I'll be like, okay, that ain't quite in my range, but we gonna work it out. And we do what we do, we practice and we work it out. So to perfect your craft, you have to practice. And people can tell when you practice and what, because it shows in your performance, in your work, and everything. It shows up. When people book me, you're going to get what I'm going to work hard. When people send that deposit for me or my band or whatever, I'm already working, because I'm like, I'm giving you the product with this is what you asked for. This is what you're gonna get and some.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to take your craft very serious when it comes to the industry and this business, because people are going to treat you, and people will also value you based off what they think you are, saying what they think you can bring to the table based off what they see or what you give them. So ain't no half stepping. Like, you got to go all the way when it comes to this. But yes, don't be scared to take risks, but you got to practice, practice, practice.
Love it. Love it. Next up on my Hollywood Square, I'm going to go to Souldeacon.
Yes, indeed. So I definitely agree with everything that was said before me. Um, this music thing has been a lifesaver for me, and so giving it first to God to connect you with the right people, and then once you get with those people, cling to them. Like, I got this music thing. I have family members through music. Shout out to Geno 7 once again, Miss G. That's my mom. She pushed me out on stage in 2005, and I've been rocking with her ever since. Shout out to the other members, especially now. I got Will Monty, I got Marlena, Zania, all of the people that I've been rocking with. These have been some good people to be around. So surround yourself with good people that are talented, that work hard, to take their craft seriously. And now I have even more family through here. So that's all I have to say on that.
Much love to that. Much love to that. All right. Crayon, are you still with us? Are you over there mixing, making something over there?
I'm still here.
I was like, did you leave the party? Like,
no, I started back driving, so I'm
no, I
good.
figured you did. I figured you did. I'm over there, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you able? If you're driving, do you want me? I still got Crystal and I got Maia.
No, I'm parked in the parking lot. I'm in my neighborhood now. Don't you say nothing, Crystal. You hush. Don't you say anything. So for me, with four words come to mind, and it touches on what's been said already. Four words, not in the order, but I would say the last word is definitely seals the deal. First word, teachable. Second word, dependable. Third word, evolve. Fourth word, humble. To me, everyone who's trying to get to that next level, whether you want to be called upon to do with professional, or be an artist, or just be that person that people can depend on, you need to be teachable, dependable, evolve, and humble. Because at the end of the day, you have to learn what the industry requires of what you need to do. So being teachable, also your craft, that includes be able to evolve. So learning from the people that are doing it already, and dependable, do what you're gonna say. If rehearsal is at 6:30, try to be on time as much as possible. Don't have anybody looking for you, or reach out to the person and let them know you're going to be late. Be dependable. That's what that is. So, and then humble at the end of the day, no matter all of us, our resume, when you combine everybody on this platform together, the resumes are stupid. We have been blessed to do some major shows. Everybody that's on this interview. And at the end of the day, everyone is humble because we know at any given moment, God can say, "Hey, you're done. What's up?
Mhm.
No more." Or nobody wants to use you anymore because your ego is just, lack of a better term, is horrible.
Lady. Mhm.
So again,
Yeah,
the four words: teachable, dependable, evolve, humble. That's what I got.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
that's good.
Hollywood Squares. Crystal, I'm having you for the last because you're gonna close this out. So, baby sis, Maia, what you got for us?
So I was kind of like looking at the comments and I saw Nessa just posting something that I was actually about to talk about, and it's confidence. To be
Mhm.
completely honest, that had always been a struggle for me. Even before coming out, I actually got brought into, the scene via my mom, Deborah Chenault Green, working on one of Vanessa Lynn's plays, Unequally Yoked.
Mhm.
And, I'm not an actor or actress or anything like that. And for me, it's always been, like I said, I like to be in the background. I come from a family full of musicians and a family full of singers. And I'm the youngest of everybody. So me growing up, I've always seen everybody out there. And man, it's like, you guys are amazing. Like my older sis, she's an artist, she's a performer. And it's always been, wow, like she's amazing. She can do that. But never once really saying for myself, that's what I want to do. And I think for me, it had always been just, not having that confidence, like kind of running away from the gift, if you would say, until one day I couldn't run anymore. And it was just like, listen, just this gift has been given to you, so use it. And I couldn't run. Once I, got into the whole Detroit scene of singers and actresses and everything, not even really just saying, hey, I want to go out for this. It was people saying, hey, Maia, why don't you come and do this? Or, hey, I got something for you. Why don't you come and do this? And a lot of things were brought to me. And, on the end of not saying that, don't work on your craft and don't practice and think, things like that. You have to be sure that the craft is the one that you want to work on. And for me, it was a big thing. Like, I don't know if this is something that I want to do. It actually took the pandemic 2020 to hit for me to realize that, you're wasting a God-given talent, and during that time, I spent a lot of time, you know, on a karaoke app, just, actually honing my tool, not even going out and singing professionally, but just, honing what it was that I had, getting to know the voice that I have. I can't be my mom. I can't be my sister. I can't be my dad, who was an amazing singer who sung like Donny Hathaway, but I can be me. And so it took for me to go in and actually, focus on me and say, okay, well, Maia, what can you do? And what can you give? And so the confidence, is one of those things that you have to have. I come into a big, room of singers, and, everybody, like I said, on here is amazing. And I come into it, and for me, it's like, okay, not really, how you can get around people, and, there'll be some people that's like, well, let me show you what I can do. It's not that feeling that I have that I want to give. It's more so, what can I learn from you? Because, I really feel like everybody is so amazing. Everybody has different avenues that they're amazing in their own. So, the whole teachable thing is a big thing as well. I feel like you're learning until you're not. You have to continue to bring in all the information. Even some of the songs, like D-Lo said, like it's songs that, me and Crystal, how she likes to, pick her songs for me to sing. Yeah, exactly. That I'm like, why you pick me to do that? But it's like, okay, but you know what? Let's make it the way that I can. Let me do it the way I can do it, and I may not sound like that person who sang it. I may not sound like the person who did the most amazing cover of it, but gosh darn, I'm gonna do the best that I can with the voice that I have. And so, practicing your gift, not just saying, oh, I got it, I know that song, but actually going in and making sure that you know the ins and outs of the song, and you kind of like trying to figure out like how do you make it your own, and that's also has been a big part for me too, because like I said, I love harmony. So for me, it's always trying to figure out the harmony aspect of things. And I had never really considered myself a solo person until somebody put me out there and said, yeah, you got to do this. But it also made me also remember that, yeah, I'm a solo artist, but I also know what I can and what I can't do. So let me not try to be like everybody else. I'm gonna give it the best that I can give it. And that's what's gotten me, to be able to get to know all of you all at this point. So, just very thankful that at some point in time I stopped denying my gift and just, decided to go for it with what I feel God said in me. I've been singing since I was 3 years old. So, I feel like all these years I've been running, it's time to stop running.
Amen. All right. No more running. No more running. No more running.
No.
CrystalP, more than I can see. This is about to be an amazing show. We are now 11 days out.
Wow.
11 days, y'all. We got one more rehearsal.
Wow.
Man.
What do you want to say, Crystal, for that person? Because there's a lot of people that's putting on events. People are feeling like people are back out here. They want to get into things. They want to see this, or they want to see that. They want to hear this. They want to hear that. What is it that you want to say to that person who feels like they are ready to bring a nice production or an event?
I would say, as Demetrius had his 4 words, and I'm offer 4 nuggets because 4 is my favorite number.
And it
The
is.
first thing is get you some mentorship. Get under somebody that's done this. People want to put on shows and they see people at the Fox or the Opera House or the Music Hall or wherever, even at the Performing Arts Theater, and they want to jump in. It's not as easy as it looks. People may make it look easy. It's not. Get you some mentorship and understand the business, the game, whether you singing or doing comedy or being a promoter, poetry, whatever it is you do, get with somebody that has worked in that vein in the same realm so you can get a better understanding. That's 1. 2, I would say be honest with yourself. Know your limits, what you can and cannot do. It may be singing, you might be not be able to sing something a certain way. I know I have a deeper voice with a little timbre to it, and so you have to put your different spin on songs and adjust them. I don't claim to be a singer, a belter. I don't sing from my large and small intestine. I'm an entertainer, and I like to provide entertainment. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. I can't be Anita Baker. I can't be Whitney Houston. I can't be Stephanie Mills. I can't be Jill Scott. But I can give you some entertainment and some imitation. You might buy a real crab or you're going to get some imitation crab. I might give you some imitation crab. But be honest with yourself and what you can and cannot do. The other thing I would say is to don't waste your gifts. God gives us gifts for a reason. Don't waste them. There's a reason why you have those gifts, and they should be used for something. The Bible tells us your gifts will make room for you. And there's enough room for all of us. And lastly, be the best you that you can be. Although we may have some similarities, there is something that you can culminate within yourself that sets you apart from everybody else. And so develop that artist in you and the uniqueness that you bring that separates you from everybody else. There's a bunch of comedians, a bunch of funny comedians. But what is it that I do different that they're not doing? I work clean. when I do comedy. What is it that I'm doing that they're not doing? Or I'm gonna pick up the flute, or I might sit at the piano or something. But develop yourself that separates you where it makes you memorable and unforgettable to most people. Um, CrystalP, I've been going by that name since I was 15 years old. Somebody gave it to me when I was on the track team, throwing the discus and the shot put. I just hope the P stands for pleasant, um, and that P for people, people for pleasant, and that I just give you something that makes you remember me. And that if I leave this earth, you don't have to make up anything to say about me, that everything that I've done up until that point will speak for itself.
Well said, Queen. Well said. Well, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking time out to come and represent with CrystalP tonight on this special in honor of this fifth amazing More Than the Eyes Can See.
She trying not to say final. You trying not to say final.
You got me. You got me. But I just, whatever the Lord says, it shall be. It shall be. I'll put it that way. Because whatever God got for us, God got for us. Can't no man stop it. Not even us.
And that's even with this show. Oftentimes you think like, oh, this person is not supporting this person. I have to get to the, I got to the point. Whoever is there is supposed to be there, and that's what we perform for. As performers, we know whether it's one person in the audience or 11 or 100, we got to give them a show regardless. So we're going to show up and show out for those that will be there on April 12th.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be seeing more promotions from us, dropping the link to remind you how to get that. I know that we had a couple of giveaways. If you're still out here holding on, don't think I forgot about you. I'm going to call you, but don't cuss me out because I'm going to be calling you. So why I'm calling
lightly you. Tell them off.
lightly. Okay, lightly tell them off. I'll be calling you Cordell Bowens, and I'll be calling you
Denise Hall.
Okay, to let y'all know about the tickets. You probably, Crystal, do you want them to get them from Will Call? Is that the most easiest way, or how do you want to do that?
I will have them pick up from the check-in table at Studio A. So don't go to the box office. Just go straight to Studio A to the check-in table, and they will be there. I will also, when you get their, email address, we can send them a copy of the ticket so they can have the online copy, but they can pick up the tangible or hard tickets at Studio A when they arrive.
Okay, that's perfect.
And we'll give them the time because the doors open at 6, so they can pick them up at that time.
You ain't got to worry about somebody. They're gonna do my thing. The seats are assigned, and we will have some amazing people, ushers, that will help you get to your seat, get yourself seated. You probably see me out there. I normally come out into the audience to see how things is going, see what y'all thinking, how y'all feeling, and take that energy back to the team. So my diamonds and my onyx and my Skinner and my crayon. It has been an amazing evening. Thank you for taking this time to come and join Crystal tonight as we continue to share and just pay homage to her for all that she's done, and then giving people the opportunity to know about you all. So I love you guys all. I will see you guys on Monday, unless something got to come up. We got to do it. Which I don't text you all, so don't worry about that. So you guys go on and be great. Crayon, you can stop hiding now. Skinner, thank you. I hope you get home safely. Okay. Much love to you. Y'all have a wonderful night. I love you.
Good night. Love you guys.
Love you all so much.
Love y'all. Have a good night.
See you Monday.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. It has been an amazing show. Tonight was not the typical TT from the D Tap In Tuesday. Tonight was a night for you to have the opportunity to meet CrystalP, who is definitely going to give you more than the eyes can see, to meet some of the amazing artists and amazing musicians that are going to blow your mind on April 12th. When I tell you it's going down, and as the MD said, it's a sexy show. When I tell you, between the musicians, the artists, including CrystalP, because she's an artist, sounds, lighting, costume, the energy, the vibe, from the moment you step into that venue until you leave on your way out, you're going to be laughing. You might shed a few tears, but you're going to be excited. You're going to feel sexy. You're going to get that old thing back, baby. You're going to get that old thing back, but it's going to definitely be an amazing night. And I normally close out with Amen from Everett Cassidy. Shout out to Everett. But tonight, I think I'm about to close out with something different. If I got it in my little Rolodex. Because it's befitting, and it just happens to be a piece from
but time never